I find myself here yet again. It's another day of this, and I can either beat myself up, I can abuse my own self, torture my own self, use the manipulation tactics of this realm to torture myself psychologically, pound my head against the wall, and keep telling myself that I'm not good enough. I'm bored. I am suffering. All of these things, which are true. All of these things are true. But imagine if you were with someone that you cared about, let's say, and you were both in here together. You were both doing the same thing. You were both in prison. You were both trapped here. Would you tell your friend or your person that you care about, respect, and want the best for? Would you keep telling them that they're no good, that they're bad, that there's no escape, that you should feel guilty and shameful for the things that you are forced to participate in? And would you tell your friend that day in and day out for the rest of their existence with you? If you were to do that, that friend would be no friend to you. That friend would get far away from you, because that's not helping. That's not being compassionate towards your friend. Motivation to lift them out of that state, not by false positivity, but by care and respect, and knowing that no matter what happens, at least you're together. At least you have that. And that is how you have to look at yourself in this situation. No matter what happens, at least you have yourself. You have yourself. And this can sound really spiritually fluffy, but it's not. You're here whether you like it or not. If you had a means to get out of here, you would be gone. That was viable, peaceful, and up to your standards of not suffering. But since we're here, we're stuck with ourselves. And we can be the hardest on ourselves. We can be the nastiest to ourselves. We can tell ourselves the meanest, cruelest things, and further that psychological abuse that this realm has taught us. Or we can realize the psychological operation that has been run on us for our entire life here, and choose to run a different script. Choose to make that program void. Do your best every day to make that program of abusing yourself psychologically void, because that does not help one bit. It's just another mind virus that keeps running in the background, telling you that you're guilty, you're shameful, you're never gonna get out of here. There's no point in furthering your own self-discovery and your own gnosis within. Listen, I'll tell you this, there's no point to any of this out here. Absolutely none. All of these people, consider them chickens with their heads cut off. They're all running around, getting their fulfilling human program and trying to fulfill those desires. Okay? There's absolutely nothing out here for you. But the thing that you can find value in is within yourself. Oh, here we go. There's that spiritually fluffy thing within yourself. Well, start treating yourself like someone that you respect. Start treating yourself like someone that you want to get to know. Like someone that is valuable to you and that you can take time to listen, to dig deep with that person, to be that best friend and ally, because that is the only ally that is trustworthy. That's the only ally that will actually have your back. But you have to realize that this ally has been beaten and abused by not only this matrix, but by ourselves. So we have to deprogram all of that from our greatest ally, the one that can get us out of here, the one that has our back no matter what. But we don't have its back. We don't have their back because we're constantly cutting them down. We're constantly defeating and beating that ally to a pulp every single day. It's not as easy as I'm making it sound, I know. I've been through many years of connecting with myself in a way that is healthy, in a way that makes me a better ally to myself. I've spent years and years traumatizing myself, cutting myself down, saying the cruelest and meanest things to myself because of the trauma that I went through, because of the trauma that other people put me through. And I realized I was doing the same thing that they were doing to me, but within my own mind. Within your own mind, you can free yourself more and more. There's nothing out here that's going to free you. You can spend your entire lifetime getting fancy cars and cool houses and nice shoes and have all the right social cliques that are acceptable to normal human behavior. But at the end of the day, they are not your greatest ally. They are not your greatest friend. They come and go and will leave you high and dry. But you're always there with yourself. Yourself is always with you. At a certain point, you're dragging that self along, beaten and battered and tied, with rope around its neck, taped shut their eyes and mouth, and it's dragged right there behind you the whole way. Freeing the captive within yourself starts with realizing that this matrix, this evil realm, has deceived you so badly to think that you have no value, that you are worthless, that you're pathetic, that nothing you have to say matters to anyone or anything. This world will do that to you. It will chew you up and spit you out. Could care less about anything. Just like a little rat scurrying across the ground and a cat pounces, picks you clean. All your bones picked clean, spit out, forgotten about, never thought of again. But you don't have to worry about that right now. I mean, I know that sounds kind of, you do have to worry about that. But in this moment, how do you turn your intention inward to yourself? How do you access a different part of yourself that has been blocked off from you? Well, first of all, when getting to know someone, you have to spend time with that person. It's uncomfortable, it's awkward, It's weird. Those first meetings are always so awkward, so weird. But meeting people out here in this place, oh, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be weird because they cannot connect with you on that level. But can you connect with yourself on that level? Can you have conversations with yourself? One of the best things that I ever did was start this YouTube channel, because it put me out there and I started talking to myself more and more. Even when I don't make these videos, I'm talking to myself out loud, getting my thoughts out of those dark corners of my mind and actually processing them by speaking. And when I speak, I can also hear those words. So I have a back and forth with myself. A lot of people call that crazy. Oh, you're talking to yourself. Only crazy people do that. No, only intelligent, wise people know the value of talking to oneself. It's a genuine experience that you can have with yourself and figure out what can motivate you to get deeper within yourself. Usually you can ask yourself questions and sit and see what comes up. Can some of that be deception? Sure. But you won't know unless you try. If you're afraid of deception around every single corner, and that makes you stop, that freezes you from doing anything, that is what this fake matrix simulated torture machine, gaslighting, beats you down, steps on your toes, breaks your back machine wants you to be. It wants you forced in that corner, forced, scared, fearful of looking or doing anything because you're afraid that you can't trust anything. That's why you have to come to know yourself and trust yourself and be okay with being wrong about things sometimes. That's part of the process. You're going to be wrong about things, but you have to explore those things and find out for yourself. I'm wrong every single day. I'm not wrong internally at my core level, but the information that I access and think and ponder and explore is that's bound to be wrong. It's bound to have deception in it, but that does not scare me or stop me from exploring. And there's deception in all of us that needs to be explored. There's programming within all of us that needs to be explored. There's that inner gnosis, which I just lack the words for all of this stuff, but that inner gnosis, that truth that I can't find the word for, it yearns to be connected with you. I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself, but I can only assume it's the same for you. I feel the best when I'm being truthful and honest with myself. And I can only be truthful and honest with myself by exploring and making that journey with myself and talking in a language that no other person has. Your greatest friend and ally is with you right now. I don't want this to sound all spiritually fluffy and like, oh, he's talking about fake positivity, toxic positivity, this and that. No. You're here with yourself. Your true self has been blocked off from you. The goal is not only escaping, but making that connection back, not back, but reconnecting with the true entity that has this physical body imprisoned within. The physical body is the suit, is the prison suit, the prison clothes that is encapsulating and imprisoning your spirit. Now, I don't think it's physically encapsulating your spirit. Perhaps it's like a Wi-Fi signal that your consciousness picks up. The body picks it up and gets sent there. And you don't have form in your unlimited potential. You can make up any form you want. So to think that your unlimited form is somehow encapsulated in this body is ridiculous. So the brain and our mental faculties and the body itself and the illusory nature that's kept from us about who we really are, it's all at play here. Let your gnosis, which is more of who you are and less of this human, let it bleed through. Let it bleed through in things that you do. Like, I'll be honest, most days I wake up, I am super depressed. I don't see the point in carrying on like this yet another day, knowing exactly what the day has for me, which is more of this. But everything around me wants to gaslight me and say, oh, there's unlimited potential here. There's many people you could meet. There's many things you could be doing, many activities and hobbies and jobs and careers and money and things to be bought and sold. Yeah, that sounds great. I want nothing to do with this place. That is a true fact. The only thing that I want to do with this place is connect with like-minded individuals. Like all of you, all of us. That's the only worthwhile experience to be had here, because it is based on the truth and coming further and reaching that truth. Everything else that doesn't involve truth is a waste of my time, is a energy extraction, makes me more depressed because I know it's a lie. Adhedonia doesn't even describe the level of disconnection and absolute disgust I have for this world, even though it presents itself sometimes as a beautiful, wonderful thing. Like, you can look at these trees in the sunlight and, oh, it's so beautiful how it all comes together. No. I can see past all of that bullshit. And most people would call that negativity, depression. You're looking at it the wrong way. Oh, you need to focus on something different. Look at it differently, blah, 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 blah. I can't look at it any differently than what it is. I see it for what it is, and lying to myself isn't going to fix or change anything. So why even get up out of bed? It's a good question. It's a good question. Because as soon as you get up out of bed, your body programs start going. You need to go to the bathroom. You need to eat. You need to get ready for work. You need to get groomed. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to distract yourself. What are you going to do today? How are you going to pay your bills? Your body's falling apart. How are you going to keep this up? Oh, what kind of sickness do you have today? Oh, you don't feel good. Oh, the pain, the suffering. Oh, I wonder what's on YouTube today. Oh, I need something to distract myself from all this madness that keeps going on and on and on. Oh, the news is this and blah, 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 and it's just ridiculous. Oh, I need my drugs. I need my coffee. Oh, I need this. I need that. Oh, I got to drink now. Oh, I can't just sit here and do nothing all day. It's boring. It'll drive you crazy, because what is there to do? Nothing. There's nothing to do here besides driving freaking circles all day long. as you see that I'm doing. Because sitting in the enclosed prison of my home day in and day out will drive me mad, even though it's nice sometimes. But no, it's not nice. Nice means stupid, right? That's what I mean. Even though it may be comfortable, more comfortable than something else, I can see through the prison bars and see how it's affecting my life and see how it's imprisoning me and causing me suffering, and just saying, oh, at least it's not as bad as this one thing. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't work for me, because I see that it's all leading to the same thing. Just because my shackles are less tight than something else doesn't make me feel better. It makes me say, wow, poor other guy who has the tighter shackles. Gosh, I'm getting worked up now, but I'm just gonna keep going, because I'm just driving around in circles, because this life is maddening, it's sickening, and I'm freaking tired of it. I'm sick of it. So what kind of motivation is that? It motivates me to keep going and to not gaslight myself and say, oh, things are gonna get better. Just look at things differently. No. I have to connect with the truth within me and not gaslight myself anymore. I'm already feeling better because I'm not lying to myself. The less you can lie to yourself and you're more honest with yourself, the more trust that you'll have. Because lies that are based on deception and dishonesty, no matter even if it's for protection, aren't actual, genuine relationships. I'm just speaking for myself. The more that I have a genuine relationship that does not involve dishonesty, no matter how hurtful it may be to me, the freer and more respect and the more trust I can give myself. And that is the greatest ally. Don't lie to yourself if you have no motivation to do anything. Okay, yeah, true. There is no motivation to do anything out here today. Nothing. The only motivation would be what the body will reward me with. That's the motivation that is a drug addicted reward to following the stimulants of your body in order for your body to feel good and keep surviving in an optimal state. Oh, that sounds really motivational to me. I'm a little freaking puppet with strings to my own body and its desires and needs. So you want motivation? Hope this has been motivation. I hope this has been motivating for you. Or it could just be a big bag of mad ramblings that don't do anything for you. I don't know. But the thing is, at least I've motivated myself somehow in some way. I can't just leave you there. So this is what it's like. You're driving around in circles all day in your mind, trying to distract yourself, trying to make some sense of a fucked up situation, trying to find some positive meaning to it. When, just being honest, every positive thing that happens, if I look deeper into it, beyond the superficial level, and look how it connects with every other thing in my life and other people's lives, and what it actually means. So of course, I ran out of memory, so I couldn't finish, and I can't just leave you on that cliff note. So I want to motivate you to get to know yourself more. Get to know yourself more by spending time with yourself and analyzing and accessing those deeper layers within yourself that we all can get to. I used to think that I couldn't get to that. I was so blocked off in my own psyche that it was hard to access those deep things, especially being able to express those things. How I never would have thought I could do that. But that took spending time with myself, deprogramming from all the lies and all the mental abuse that goes on within yourself. And I want to motivate you to get to a point where you can actually talk out loud. And it takes baby steps, but I know you can do it. And I want to motivate you to start your own channel, to put your ideas out there, because that will motivate you to keep going towards the truth. When you're able to trust yourself in ways that you could actually verbally express them, you're able to join in on the conversations. You're able to not only be just a listener, but also a creator by creating your own videos, by creating your own theories, by creating your own level of awareness that isn't being fed to you, but then you're able to take other people's gnosis, so to say, contemplate on it, and then internalize it and make it your own if it comes down to you actually agreeing with it, because now you understand why that could be true from your own experience, from your own mental processing it, spiritually processing it. So what I'm trying to say here is I want to motivate you to get to a point where you can join in on the conversations that we're having, that you can add your own 2 cents, so to say, that you can contribute. That will be very beneficial to you, because it will bring you more respect, more trust, and more genuine, honest connection with yourself. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It doesn't matter about other people's validation. It matters about your validation to yourself. And I'm telling you, if you can get your words out in a coherent way, you'll be able to trust yourself better. If you have the courage to be able to speak, especially to like-minded individuals, you will build that resolve within yourself, and it will become stronger and stronger. So I'll leave it there. I want to motivate you to get to a point where you can express your own ideas out loud. And when you do that, let me know. Send me a video, and I will watch it, and I will be there to help motivate you more. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like some motivational coach or anything, because no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say you can do this. I mean, at the very least, okay, let's say at the very least, it is something that I can feel, something that I know within me is worth my time, is speaking about these things and analyzing and critically thinking and going towards that. And I know it can be worth your time too, at least in this realm of deception, lies, and manipulation. You can be speaking truth, or at least trying to get to the truth. And anyone who wants to harass you or tell you, beat you down for speaking what you say, just realize that they don't even have the courage to do it themselves. So I can respect anybody who puts themselves out there, because I know how hard it is, because I had to do it as well. So I'll leave you with that.